Yo, what's up, Brian? What's up, dog? What's up, Archer Blades? No cuckoo like at all. I mean, how much did you use? How much did you use though? What's up, Monarch? Glad I was awake for the stream. Yeah, if you guys want to watch the actual stream, link is in the description. I should have put it in the pinned comment, but yeah, there you go. Got 3 of cuckoo. Oh, nice, NP3. Congratulations. NP3 is NP2 to NP3 is like the sweet spot for me. I've had her NP3 and JP for most of the time that I've had her, and I recently NP4'd her like a couple months ago. So I can vouch for her. For her to be NP3 is like dummy busted. So congratulations to you, Brian. What's up, Lauren? What's up, Lauren? What's up, Davon? Or Davon? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? I haven't streamed in I feel like I say this with every stream. I haven't streamed in like almost a month. The last time I streamed was during the Ort raid for Lostbelt 7, but I've just been chilling for the past couple of weeks. Still reading Lostbelt 7 because I'm reading it with my girlfriend and we're taking our sweet ass time with it. So it do be like that. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Brandon? Over 300 free courts, then did 1 paid court every day, only to log NP6. Wow. Alright, so for those of you guys who don't know, I gotta do this kind of quick because I don't think my girlfriend even knows herself, and I'm scared to show her because she might get salty because she really wants cuckoo. So I randomly did a single and got her. Okay, I'll just show her once because I don't want... So I wasn't planning to roll for her, but I woke up from a nap and for some reason my first instinct was to do a single, and I got her right away. So I wasn't planning on rolling. I really was not in the right mindset, but I just did. So I kind of, obviously I regret it because I could have been Tiamat, but you know, it'd be like that. It do be like that. New FGO live stream about to drop. Yeah. Yeah, the stream, well, the stream technically already started. They're showing some merch, which I've already pre-ordered. They showed off like the Tiamat puppet, which I already pre-ordered. Hoping to get those keychains as well, but yeah, they're just showing off merch. They're gonna be doing this for probably the next hour. I'm going to the Strange Fake stage, and oh yeah, nice, dude. I believe the voice actors are gonna be there. Like Gil's voice is gonna be there. Maybe the directors. I'm not sure who's, because I didn't want to look, because I'm not gonna lie, I really want to go, and I don't want to, you know, shed a tear at the idea of me not being able to attend a Fate Strange Fake event. But I hope you enjoy it, Archer Blades. And hey, listen, if there's any merch, like Gil merch, like exclusive stuff, like I'm talking about exclusive shit, let me know, dog. I will send you the money, bro. We could do something together, all right? But yeah, there's the Tiamat little puppet that I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered 2 of them, so I'm gonna get 2 of them Tiamat little puppet shits. Proto Gil for that would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't if anybody else has any like realistic expectations or predictions for this coming Valentine's, because obviously I put Typhon in the thumbnail, but I'm just coping. I'm coping really hard. I don't think it's gonna be Typhon because we just had a dragon/snake event like for the past 3 weeks. It just ended like a couple days ago. I don't think they're gonna release another dragon girl for a good while. And with that said, they're probably not going to release the snake girl who was an NPC for the event as well, that a lot of people were thirsting over. I don't think they're going to release her either. Last year they released Andromeda, so I don't really see them releasing another Greek servant. But at the same time, they released Karen a couple years ago, and then the year after they released Bazette, aka 2 Hollow Adoration characters back to back. So I guess they could if they wanted to. But we'll see. Bro, I could not find the merch you wanted anywhere. I even stopped by Akihabara and looked around. No luck. Damn. Well, I don't think the Tiamat keychain, because it's a gachapon if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it's out yet. I think it's scheduled to come out this month. I just don't know the exact month. And the only reason I know this is because I literally just looked it up like an hour ago, just to see when the release of those gachapon keychains are coming out. And it just says February of this year, so it could literally be next week, it could be tomorrow, I don't know. But I do appreciate you looking for it. I really do. I'm really still looking for the Tiamat rubber strap from last year's anniversary. Kind of wish I just pre-ordered it from like a from like Bai or something, but I didn't. And I kind of regret it. I regret it immensely. Maybe today will be the first Valentine's welfare servant. That might be interesting. I mean, the last event we didn't get a welfare. So I guess we're kind of due for another welfare. We'll see. I know that one. I was talking about the rubber. Yeah, okay, yeah. The rubber strap. Dude, that shit is so fucking rare. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm willing to pay really good money for that at this point. Because it's so rare. I don't know where it is. Again, I wish I pre-ordered it. But I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I kind of wish I could race shift back in time and just slap myself across the face for not even trying to. Gender bent camisots, that would be... I think a lot of people would actually be kind of pissed about that. I think some people would be like, ooh. Because, you know, with his design, if he was gender bent, I'm sure he would show a lot of skin. Or she would show a lot of skin. But I think a lot of people like him for, like, the husbando factor, you know. Best guy, LB7. I'm not done yet, by the way. We're close to finishing reading. But we already got past the Kamizots part, and I can see why a lot of people like him. Granted, I already knew a lot of his backstory, and this kind of reinforced it. I kind of wish he had more cutscenes, I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, I guess when he comes out, or if he comes out, then we'll get more content with him. Imagine Kamizots and Naked Ribbon. I don't want to, but you've already put it in my head, so I guess I have no choice. What's up, RK Crackers? How you doing, dog? I will be, my boy needs to be him. That's what I'm saying. If they're gonna release Kamizots, he has to be himself. It's like if they released Tiamat, and instead of getting the Tiamat that we got like a gender bent male Tiamat, which, I mean, probably would have looked nice, I guess, but like, no, that's not my mother, bro. I ain't trying to get Papa, dog. But yeah, I really, again, I don't know who to expect for this Valentine's. Again, if you guys want to watch the stream, link is in the description. I have to minimize it right now because I'm trying to avoid, you know, copyright and stuff of that nature. You know how it be. Been doing that for a couple years now. Only now they're like reinforcing it, I guess. And I just don't want to get in trouble. So, in the meantime, in JP, I feel like every time I stream, I have to show this because it's just getting crazier and crazier. I'm close to 2,000 quartz. Last time I streamed was like close to 1,800. Now I'm just like close to 2,000. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have like the most quartz I've ever had. Ever. I think in NA recently, I think last year for anniversary, I think I did hit 2,000. So I'm about to hit that again in JP. And probably go over unless they release somebody I really want. Now, the chances are, the Valentine CEs are going to make me want to roll. Because I'm telling you right now, if it's a Valentine's Tiamat CE, I'm rolling. I'm not even going to say anything. Like, it's going to be obvious. Like, you guys don't even have to question it. You guys don't even have to be like, so are you going to roll? Like, no. Like, dog, what kind of question is that? Even if you hit pity, you will still have 1,000. Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy to think about. That's crazy. A Filipino servant? Probably not for Valentine's unless they really dig deep and find somebody who fits. But who knows? Maybe White Day. We really never know. We still don't got a Filipino servant, or not that many Asian servants outside of Japan and China. Obviously, we got the twins, the Trunk sisters a couple years ago, but really no other Asian outside of like Chinese, Japanese, and I guess Indian. Would they ever bring Saint Valentine's as a servant for Valentine's? I don't know. I feel like at this point, I feel like Valentine's is meant for waifus, whereas like for White Day, that's when they release as bandos. But again, I guess you never know. They have been breaking a lot of patterns as of late, so again, you never know. One of the patterns, which they've already broke multiple times, but for some people are still holding on to it, is the fact that every New Year's, or at some point, every New Year's, the pattern was like foreignered and sabered and foreignered and sabered, so on and so forth. But in 2 years in a row, they gave us a saber for New Year's. So again, I doubt, or I'm hoping nobody for 2026 New Year's is going to expect, oh, since they released a saber, they have to release a foreigner. Like, I mean, they broke the pattern already multiple times. They're not going to do it again. or they're not gonna adhere to that pattern, I should say. Imagine if they release an alter for Karen instead of a new waifu. You know, I mean, her costume kind of is already a alter. Actually, speaking of alter, Benny alter. I mean, for Valentine's, I wouldn't mind. Finally got to see her in action in NA for LB7. Obviously, we still don't have her as a actual servant or as a costume. So, I mean, you know, Benny alter for Valentine's, I wouldn't mind. I like Benny a lot. And Benny alter's design just topped 10 NPC designs in my opinion. So, time to get her out of NPC jail and just make her an actual servant. So, female guild. Oh, dude. Speaking of, like, you don't even have to ask me if I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I would definitely go for female guild if they release her. I mean, again, chances are probably not. Again, I don't know who they would release, because again, last year was a brand new character. We've never seen Andromeda as like an NPC. We've never seen Andromeda in like another Fate series outside of Grand Order. I'm sure she's been mentioned before, or like in someone's profile, or maybe in like a flashback or something. But she's for all intents and purposes a brand new character that we've never seen before. So they could do the same thing again this year, and just release somebody like, whoa, who is this? Which I'm always happy to see new faces, but obviously, would I rather see a new face, or would I rather see female guild? Like, I mean, come on now, easy choice for me. Angelica from Fate Ilia. At that point, they would probably just release another Fate Ilia event. I don't think they would do another one. Helga Copium. Do you mean Olga? Unless there's a Helga that I'm not aware of. Male Jack the Ripper from Strange Fate. I mean, again, Strange Fate collab probably. They would probably release other Strange Fate characters over male Jack the Ripper. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Okay, so since I'm close to 2,000 quartz, I might as well farm quartz. There's a lot of strengthenings and interludes I've been lagging on. Quite frankly, yeah, there's so many interlude or strengthening quests that I just, for some reason, I've just been neglecting. I don't really have a definitive answer as to why. But for now, I'm gonna do some of the interludes that are limited. For example, this Dantes one. I don't have Dantes, but I am able to do his interlude due to the campaign going on right now. So I might as well do it before time runs out, which is tomorrow. Might as well get them quartz, you know what I mean? You should roll on story for Enkidu. Except Enkidu isn't a story lock servant, so he could spook me at any given point. So if I'm gonna roll for the sake of rolling, I'd probably just roll in the normal banner and not story banner. Because story banner is just not worth it. Unless you're absolutely batshit insane. Yeah, Olga, sorry, my brain just melting. I think Olga, not for Valentine's for sure. That would be the most random of times to release Olga, like a big story character for Valentine's. I don't know about that. Probably more like an anniversary servant or like a story banner type of character. And here I thought I finally caught up with my 1k quartz. Hey, 1k isn't bad. You never know. Unless they release Tamamo Aria in a couple hours. Or I'm assuming the banner and the event isn't going to start later tonight or later today, depending on where you live. It's probably going to start this coming Monday or Tuesday. Kind of like what they've been doing for the past couple events, where they would have this stream a couple of days before the actual event, where they will reveal the news and whatnot. Pretty sure that's what that's what they've been doing for the past couple of months. Anyway, roll on story anyways. I don't think I've ever, maybe like early on FGO, back when I was still like a freaking virgin when it comes to gacha games, probably back then I did roll in story banner once or twice, but otherwise I don't think I've ever rolled in story banner ever, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon, unless they release something uber exclusive to story banner that you could only get there. Then I guess at that point might as well. Violet or Tama Aria would definitely have me roll. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know why they're showing CL right now. Maybe they have CL's voice actress. I actually don't know who the guests are, so forgive me. Usually I look up who the guests are, that way I know who's on, but I really don't know. What if they just release another CL? I don't know. Let's face it, the Valentine servant should be a lolly. should be a lolly. Like, okay, what's the argument for that? Because you could have said could be a lolly or can be a lolly, but you said should be. So I want to hear what your argument is. Like, why should the Valentine servant be a lolly? Now that you think about it, looking back at all the Valentine servants, has any of them been a lolly? Like, I know for a fact none of them have been men. None of them have been traps, but they've all been women. But I don't think any of them have been lollies. So maybe that's a good argument to be had. Like, okay, we've never had a lolly as a Valentine servant, so why not break the mold? Again, I could be wrong. I might be forgetting somebody. I'm pretty sure that is the case. 30 quartz, Typhon. There you go. Cha-cha. I'm just saying if... I don't think Typhon's coming out because we just had a big dragon event. But if they decide to do that, hey, you know, I'll be rolling. For real. Karen baby form. I guess technically Karen as a baby is are babies considered lollies? Is that like an appropriate question? I think they're like a tier below or a couple levels below lolly, because I think you have to be able to stand on 2 legs to be a lolly at least. I don't know. I don't know the exact parameters, so you know, I'm not an expert in this. You guys clearly know more than I do. But I guess, yeah, if baby Karen is technically a lolly, I guess so. I don't know. Shikitono's sister. Ooh. See, what if they just start releasing every character from Tsukihime / Melty Blood, but Shiki himself, that would be like the biggest kick to the nuts if you get Shiki's damn sister, whose route isn't even out yet in the visual novel. They release her first before Shiki himself. That would be crazy. Would be even crazier if they release his okay, that might be a spoiler, but if they release a certain LB7 character first before him, that would be like, whoa, why not just release the man right now? But I guess they're waiting for a proper collaboration event, which in all seriousness, that would probably be the best place to release them. Female Gil but with thick thighs. They're assuming female Gil just base form doesn't already have thick thighs. I think he's already, or she's already thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. What the fuck am I fighting? Oh, okay, I didn't expect that. I need a whole trailer from that guy you just mentioned with the biggest fake out. That would be insane. Why are they showing CL's NP animation? I guess they're really just like talking about CL. I know they showed like some character drafts of her. I guess they're just buying time. What if Aphrodite? I saw some people talking about Aphrodite, Demeter, you know, mainly those two from Lostbelt 5, which I feel like every year people are always like, when it's time for Valentine's, people are really hoping for at least one of them. Again, I suppose it's possible, but last year we already got a Greek servant. I don't think they're gonna do 2 Greeks in a row, but again, a couple years ago they did 2 Hollow Aterasia servants in a row, so it's not the biggest impossibility ever or whatever. So no, they don't count as lollies. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, man. Again, I'm not an expert when it comes to lollies. You guys seem to be. I want a MILF Saberface. Goddamn, alright. A MILF Saberface. I guess we technically have had thick Saberfaces, i.e. like a Lancer Arturia, and we've had motherly type Saberfaces like Morgan, technically. But none could be classified as a MILF, so you might be cooking, I don't know. What if made Heracles? I'm sure a lot of people would probably roll for that, for like the sheer meme of it. But I think in the grand scheme of things, like if we look back at all the Valentine servants, look back at all the waifus, and then we go to made Heracles, it's like, okay, why did we do that? Hear me out, Lolly Rinface. She's the only one without a lolly form. Ooh, like a playable lolly form is what you're saying. I was about to say, technically, well, I guess Saber Lily's kind of a lolly, I suppose. Unless there's another Saber Face lolly that I'm not remembering. But technically in the Saber Wars 2 event, there is a lolly Rin in there. Technically, but like if you mean playable, yeah, I guess there's no lolly Rin face. That's a good observation. And it was just her birthday a couple days ago. I think her birthday is on February 2nd, which is the day after my girlfriend's birthday. So that's just funny how that aligns, right? Low-key, it will make money because of the absurdity. That's what I'm saying. I think if they went full absurd with like a maid Heracles, I think that would make money. But I think the grand scheme of things, I think it would be a mistake. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. It's like if they released Neko Arc as a servant. I would do big numbers, I feel like. Why? I could bring 2 Dantes. Are you trying to top me with the fact that I don't have my own? Okay. That's cool, game. I appreciate that. Valentine's made Rin. Hey, I think any Rin would make money. So if they want to be smart, they could release any Rin they want. But they also just gave us Space Arishigal a couple months ago for anniversary. So would they realistically release another Rin? I don't think so, but you know, I'm not the boss. And I guess I'm not the targeted demographic. Granted, depending on their skills and animations and ascensions and whatnot, I probably would roll. But we'll see. Who in their right mind would want a Heracles Lily? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. The Fate community has like one half of it is like super serious, super lore heavy, super knee deep into like the story and whatnot, and then you got the other half who's just like memes and jokes are like the deepest lore and shit like that. I think people would roll for a Heracles Lily straight up. I think you're underestimating the power of that meme side of the community. Yeah, the real ones, exactly. Who the fuck am I? Ibuki? Alright, well, I guess we're fighting you with 2 Dantes. I don't know how this is gonna work. Some of us really want Shinji face. Shinji face, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like Shinji as like a joke. I don't like him like personally. Like if I knew him in real life, if it was like a real life person, probably wouldn't like him. But as like a as a character and just watching him suffer and whatnot, he's kind of entertaining to watch. You know, he's kind of funny to watch. I can't use any skills, so I can't bring his peers, and then she has all this up, so I'm just gonna attack with normal attacks. I don't know. I don't think this is meant to be a challenge quest, but the fact that it's making me or forcing me to bring 2 Dantes, it might be kind of difficult. I don't know. FGO official livestream has so much unnecessary yap. Well, if I'm not mistaken, again, correct me if I'm wrong, this panel that is being streamed to us is taking place in a real life venue. So I'm sure they have that in mind when they do all these unnecessary yapping, but they at the same time they still do all this yapping sessions, even if there's no live audience. Because if you're gonna be lining up and you're gonna be going out of your way to go to this live event, and all they're gonna do is have like a 20-minute, 10-minute segment of them showing the new servants. I don't know, maybe that's worth it to you, but I'm sure for most people that's probably not gonna be worth it for them. So they have to put some kind of entertaining show of some kind. It's not that entertaining to us though, since 1, we don't speak Japanese, and 2, we're not actually there. So okay, so let's see. Okay, then do Pierce with you. I guess I'll just go out with this Dantes. I'm kind of tempted to go for, I think he's still up in rate up, the Avenger Dantes, but I ain't gonna do that. NA stream, you mean? Yeah, I mean, that's basically what they do with the NA stream. They have like maybe 10 minutes of a yap session, like very short, and then they release the new content, which I'm sure some people like. But even in their streams, I see people in the chat like, yo, just get on with the news, just reveal the stuff. So, I mean, I guess it do be like that, man. So how much you currently have for Mother? Approximating, okay, let's see. Let's move on to NA right now, so you guys can see what I'm working with. So, let's see. Get out of this event real quick. So this is what I have on hand. That's the key word. This is what I have on hand. 191 quartz and 784 quartz fragments, which is about 100 and something quartz if I decide to trade, as well as 37 tickets. So you might be looking at this like, dude, you're so cooked. But again, this is what I have on hand. if you guys already know me, you guys already know that I like to keep a lot of the quartz, as you guys can see here. I like to keep a lot of my quartz just safe and hidden somewhere else. That way I don't feel tempted to roll. As you can see in my present box, if I go to the filter, I have my summon tickets and Saint quartz hidden. So I don't know how many quartz I have, but if I'm gonna give an approximation, I think I have around 1,000 quartz in total. If I were to claim everything I have in the present box and claim everything I have from the master missions, and so on and so forth, I think I should have around 1,000 quartz. Which going for NP6 is probably not going to be enough. I'm trying to mentally prepare myself because while, yes, in JP I did NP6 Tiamat with less than 400, less than 500 quartz, I don't think that's going to happen again in NA because guess what? In New Year's for Key Day in JP, I NP6 or NP5 them within 300, 400 quartz as well. But in NA, I was only able to NP2 him with around the same amount. So, I'm probably just gonna end up with like an NP2 or NP3 Tiamat, which hurts for me to say. But we'll see. If I'm super lucky, if my dedication is met with mutual respect, then we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so I have around 1,000 quartz. I don't know if anybody else is gonna be rolling for Tiamat when she comes out next month. I know some people are still, you know, in that mindset that the arcade collab is gonna happen on April, which you would be right if they haven't already revealed that March or late March specifically is when they plan to release the arcade collab, if you didn't know. So if you're saving for Draco and not necessarily Tiamat, Draco's coming out next month. Granted, late next month, so it's still going to feel like April, but still, you should probably know that just in case you are in the mindset that's coming out in April. They revealed it, I believe, in the New Year's stream for NA. They had the whole schedule laid out for the next 6 months, and they said that the arcade collab is going to be happening at late March, which means that Tiamat, who is the pre-campaign for the event, is going to come out at least a week before the arcade event, which means like mid-March, mid to late March is when Tiamat comes out, and then after her, obviously the arcade collab and therefore Draco. So keep that in mind. So again, if anyone's going to be rolling, good luck. You got around 1,400 with mission and box. Oh no. Can you share? Can you share, bro? Tiamat and Draco, or only Tiamat? I guess both of them next month. Well, I'm only going to be rolling for Tiamat, personally. Now, if I get uber lucky and I NP6 Tiamat within 100 quartz or something, then yeah, I will probably use the rest of it or the rest of my savings on Draco. But I'm just going to be happy with at least Tiamat, you know what I mean? MP2 Tiamat and JP. I mean, MP2 Tiamat and JP is still pretty powerful. MP2, any strong buster servant is relatively strong. Alright, time to use you. The other Dantes. Both are good because both have a lolly form. I mean, if that's your justification for them being good, yeah. I'm not going to argue against you. Which is hilarious when you think about it, because Kama, who's also a beast candidate, or a beast in general, has a lolly form. Tiamat obviously has a lolly form. Draco has a lolly form. And Kiara technically has a lolly form, but in cutscenes. So technically she has a lolly form. So it's interesting that a lot of the beasts that we've had so far have a lollified form that we've seen. Which kind of gives me somewhat hope, or I guess maybe hope isn't the right word, but expectation that maybe we'll get like a lolly Olga sometime in the future. I don't know. I mean, I guess technically we got a younger Olga in like the Almaloy case files, but that doesn't really count. They robbed us by not giving us they robbed us by not giving us that Benny and my altar. They robbed us by not giving us Tiamat a lot sooner. I had to wait 7 years to finally get her. Granted, I'm still happy that we actually did get her, but still. So there's a lot of things they robbed us of, but hopefully, as Dantes says, we just gotta wait and hope. Okay, do I actually have to beat Ibuki here? Because, oh, I don't think that's happening. These Danteses are gonna die probably, so I'm just gonna go all in. Does that mean Goetia and Kamazatsu will have a Lily form too? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't put my money on it, but if we just go off the pattern I just laid out, I guess it's totally possible. Any form of Kamazatsu, please, I'm begging. Hey, I'm with you there, brother. I'm with you there. Do you think Charlie's NP is a reference to Gundam? I don't know, because I'm not like the biggest Gundam nerd out there. I don't know the first thing about Gundam, so I really can't say. Again, do I gotta win this? Because I ain't winning this, fam. I ain't winning this. Yeah, there's no shot. Please tell me I don't gotta win this. I think the plural of Dantes is Dantai. That's a good point. Thank you for correcting me. I got NP4 Summary Buki, but what if I have to farm foreigners? I only got 1 copy of Cuckoo. Ooh. Well, if you have to farm foreigners, look no further than Tiamat when she comes out, because she does extra damage against foreigners. If I'm not mistaken, the extra class like affinities still kind of confuse me to this day, but yeah. Well, one Dantes died, which sucks, but it'd be like that. Oh my gosh. Again, I hope I don't have to win this. I think we'll ever get Goethe. Yeah, I think so. I think he's a good candidate for 10th anniversary. Which again, we're getting 10th anniversary this year. My top picks are probably Goetia, Solomon, Galahad, just spitballing here. Olga for the waifu factor. Because it would be odd for them. Don't get me wrong, I love my husbandos as much as the next guy. But I think it would be odd for them to release a husbando for 10th anniversary. If they do release a husbando for 10th anniversary, it would have to be like a Solomon level character that people have been waiting for a while. Otherwise, I think they would probably most likely release a waifu. I mean, literally, Space Arishigal is the #1 most grailed, I guess, of last year. So, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because when we account for the fact that Alco came out last year, CL, I guess Phantasm came out later in the year, so you know it's kind of hard for her to compete. But we had so many. Wait, Alice isn't even in the top 10. Sojiro is number 10. I'm actually surprised to see Iori, even though I grailed him. I'm surprised to see Iori and Yamato Takaru here, but not Alice. I guess, you know, the disrespect on Alice, bro. Come on. Do better, guys. Come on. I have her one. Actually, I don't have her 120. I was going to say I have her 120. But I have her bond 15 and level 100. So, like, NP5. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? What's going on? Need Beowulf against this woman. Wait, what? Oh, against Ibuki? Is that what you're saying? Anti-giant and anti-dragon. My Alice is 100. Yeah, see? You understand. You understand. Next year is so easy, man. I'll only roll for Kazuya drop. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Next year, I mean, my main goal is probably Alice. Alice, Aoko. I really gotta think about that, but those two for sure. Unless I'm not remembering anybody from last year in JP. But yeah, Alice and Aoko for sure. Bro's collecting children for his, yeah. Kuzunoha, you gotta think for lollies, huh? Like, and we don't gotta make it weird, you know. I'm not saying, you know, FBI, you know, knock knock, who's there type shit, but like, you know, I could kind of respect it, kind of. Going for Summer Castoria next. Oh yeah, for this year's summer, yeah, for sure. Summer Castoria, one of the strongest single targets of this year. In my opinion, probably the strongest pound for pound single target of this year. Some people might say Draco, which I could kind of understand, but I think having the Berserker affinity is a bit more versatile and being able to protect the team as well. Come on now. Alka or Alice, tough choice. Me, Alice all the way, but yeah. Alice all the way. All the way. But I could see why people like Alka though. Alka is top tier as well. Oh my gosh, this is a rough battle. This is a rough battle. I wasn't expecting a challenge quest for Adantis' interlude. I'm going for Babanshi. Babanshi being a 4-star arts looper. I think she's an arts looper. She's a decent looper. I know that. Melusine and your boy Kastoria Summer. Yeah. Pretty much all the summer servants this year are pretty dummy, or at least the LB7 ones. I can't really speak for well, no, Chloe's really good. If you're not gonna go for Chloe, if you have Kukulkan and you're heavily invested in her, you kind of have to get Chloe, because Chloe's like the perfect support for Kukulkan to make sure she's able to black rail 3-turn loop. Now if you're not interested in Chloe because she's a lolly and you just have a hate boner against lollies, then I guess you're just gonna lose out on big damage for Kukulkan. I don't know what to tell you. Wait, Draco's a saber face. That's true. I didn't even think about that when we were talking earlier. Like, there's no, like, I can't even think of like a lolly saber face. I guess yeah, technically Draco. Wait, Cuckoo can black grill loop with her? Yeah, yeah, she can, because currently, and I'm sure you guys have done your research and your testing. The biggest weakness, or one of the biggest weaknesses with Kukulkan, is she's not able to 3-turn black grill loop at all. Without, of course, like command seals or anything like that. But yeah, like double coin Skya, Oberon, she can't black grill loop with them. But if you have Summer Chloe in the mix, it's a bit more of an expensive team and a bit more of a setup. But it's she basically allows Kukulkan to be able to 3-turn black grill loop with double coin Skya and Oberon, because Chloe's kind of like a budget version of Miss Crane, but in some ways a little bit better when it comes to farming. So again, if you want to black grill loop with Kukulkan, you need to get Chloe. Otherwise, feel free to skip out on her. Again, she's a 4-star. So if you could at least get one copy, you're only going to be using her for her skills. You're not going to be using her NP or anything like that. Draco's a narrow face though, unless you're viewing narrow as a saber face. That's what, like, I think technically she's classified. Like, narrow is classified as a saber face. But I don't know, semantics, right? I don't know. Narrow is 100%. Yeah, I mean, for a while, and I'm sure to this day, she's had the nickname Red Saber, which is just a reference to the fact that she's just, visually speaking, just looks very similar to Arturia Saber, but just red. So it do be like that. Oh god, man, I don't really like this battle, man. I don't really like this battle at all. Why use Chloe for Cuckoo when you can do it for my boy Arash? See, when I say black grill loop by herself, I literally mean it by herself. Technically, when you bring Arash or Habitat or another AoE servant to take care of a enemies, they're technically not black grill looping with Kukulkan by herself. You're technically not doing that. Whereas if you bring Chloe as purely as a support, then you're gonna be able to, for 3 turns in a row, just use Kukulkan as your main damager. By using Arash and like Habitat, I guess technically you can, but that's kind of not cheating, but like not what I was trying to say. I've always thought that Saber's face was based on the Arturia face, but hey, like, yeah, I know, I get it. When you, I don't know, because Morgan is a Saber face. I think everyone could agree she's an Arturia face, but she herself isn't Arturia. She's, you know, related, obviously, in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's just the general look with the ahoge, the hair. You know, just that general look is considered a saber face. Like Yamato Takeru, for example, from Fate's Hammer Remnant. Granted, he's one of the more very different saber faces in the sense he has black hair. His hair is slightly different than most saber faces, but I think most people still probably. I actually lost this quest. Okay, I'm gonna bring like a strong saber or strong archer or something. Like, Jesus. Okay, so who's like a good single target archer I could bring? Can't believe I'm struggling with an interlude. Yeah, Lakshmi Bai is like a John face. See, that's something that like I don't completely agree with. Like Nero as a saber face, I could kind of see, but then when people say John is a saber face, I'm just like, okay, they're Takeuchi faces. Like it's the same artist, so inevitably they're gonna look similar because Takeuchi. But to me, I don't see, when I look at John, I don't see a saber face. I just see John. But technically, she is a saber face, which I don't 100% agree with, but I kind of get it ish. Okay. So Orion, Artemis. I don't have Orion, fortunately. In I could just bring Gil. Just Gil it up. Gil's already bond 15, but I really don't care. For 1 or 2 quests, I'm down to bring Gil, especially against a big threat like Ibuki. I might just do that. Let's just bring the King of Heroes, just to make it nice and quick. I could also just bring Chloe, single target, Arch Looper, very powerful. Use Beowulf. I'm pretty sure I don't have the bitch trained. I'm just gonna bring Gil. He's the King of Heroes. He's my boy. So of course, why not? So Gil. Unfortunately, okay, I could put 1 Dantes in the back. So 1 Dantes in the back. Probably gonna bring double Koi on. Yeah, I don't have. Oh, actually, I need to be able to pierce, right? So okay, like I wasn't expecting to do actual strategy in this stream. I feel like I've had enough of that with the Kamazats and LB7 crew. But I guess we're out here. Yeah, I don't have Super Ryan on Fort. I have normal or Artemis. But I'm pretty sure I don't have her trained. There's a lot of servants I have that I don't care for, so I just don't have them trained. Okay, so now Oberon for that big dummy damage. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Just bring quintuple Dantes. I don't have my own Dantes, so that would be funny if I could bring my own Dantes and then bring the single target Dantes as well. That'd be pretty cool, pretty memey, but alas. Yeah, Gil doesn't pierce as strong. That's what I'm saying. Like, he needs to have built-in pierce because it just makes sense with his NP. Obviously, don't have it make it pierce like Arturia defenses or anything like that, but like normal pierce, I think it just makes sense with Enuma Elish. It doesn't make sense that he doesn't already have that built in. If I get one more the tower ad, I'm going crazy. I can't control what ads you see, so I apologize if you're getting tower ads. I'm not even sure what that is, to be quite fair to you. Yeah, not really that optimal. He drops crit starts, right, Dantes? I don't have him, so I have no idea if he does or not. Yeah, okay, he does. Okay, so that's gonna help with building up Gil's MP. I'm pretty sure Enuma Elish without any buster buffs should be able to kill Ibuki at 124k, and then we're gonna be able to crit with arts anyway, so we'll be good. We'll be good. Again, if you guys want to watch this stream where they're gonna be presumably revealing the Valentine's news in about maybe 30 minutes. I don't know how long they plan on doing this panel, but yeah. Do you think Akio would be the Valentine servant? No fucking shot, but they did release Phantasmoon a couple of like a month and a half ago, and they also released CL for summer, so I guess anything's possible. But for me, I think it would just be odd to release Akiha before her actual route comes out in Tsukihime, because if I'm not mistaken, her route's not even out in JP yet. So why would they release her in FGO while not having her route available for people to get to know her character and whatnot? So I don't know. That would just be kind of weird and awkward for me. But what do I know? What do I know? Okay, so Gil's able to kill. Because that's just what he does. I'm gonna switch out to this coin sky because I just realized I do have. Oh, never mind. I thought skill seal was there. I'm gonna do these just so I could get not just the crit stars necessarily, but the extra. Actually, I could probably just crit Ibuki to death now at this point. I think Gil would be like without using NP. I think he'll be able to crit Ibuki to death with one buster. At least I hope so. I mean, okay, technically yes, her route and her whole background has been out for decades, but I'm talking about like the new Tsukihime. Like, let's be honest, unless you're a huge unless you're like a huge Type Moon fanboy and you eat, sleep, and drink Type Moon for the past 20 plus years, you probably don't know shit about Akiha, and you probably did not read the original Tsukihime or whatever. So I'm talking about like current fans. If it wasn't obvious. Okay, so now we got Oberon out. I don't remember if I... Okay, we should be good. We should be good. Yeah, I think we're good. Famous last words. Yeah, I think... I mean, full combo Buster Gil's definitely going to kill. I just don't know if I want to do that. I think he's going to get the NP back anyway. Yeah, and then with Oberon there, yeah, I should win next turn. Assuming Gil doesn't get crit to death by Ibuki. They should buff Gil's second skill. Yeah, they need to buff the fuck out of that second skill. In challenge quests, it might be useful, but in farming, it's practically a dead skill. I feel like most servants probably have like a skill or two that's like useless in farming situations. A lot of servants, not you know every single servant, but yeah. Granted, I don't typically use Gil for farming anyway. I like using him in like challenges and boss fights myself, but yeah. Okay, so you got 49% back, pretty much 50%, 600. Okay, we just need... Wow, we were so close to winning in the last battle, but we just didn't do it. Weren't able to win. It do be like that. I think Gil... I would... prefer it if they do buff his second skill. I would prefer it if they give him utility rather than something for farming, because at this point we have so many farming servants. Gil, as he is right now, could be used for farming, so it's like why give him a buff that's just gonna help him farm better? I'd rather to give him a buff that's gonna help him be better in challenge quests, basically like an invincibility, some form of protection, maybe like skill cooldown. I don't know, something like utility, something that he could use in a challenge quest situation rather than like, oh, here's another battery, which I guess another battery would be nice. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I'd rather just give him like protection. I think protection he needs the most. If I were to give him a buff, but I guess it would be out of his character to use protection, which thinking about it, that kind of sounds wrong, but I guess, you know, back then they didn't really have that, so it's not really in his lore to do that. Your Gil is 120. What a surprise. Well, yeah, man. He's the king of heroes. I have to 120 him. If you have the king of heroes, he's not 120, bro. He's not really the king of heroes. Yeah, I'm facing a berserker this time. Debating on just bringing the same team. Because they're going to force me to bring Dantes again. I don't know if I need Pierce this time around. I'm going to assume I do just because I don't want to restart the battle. I guess instead of Gil... let's go bring Tiamat, you know, just play around with her. You know, a little preview for what's coming out next month. He's definitely not the kind of guy to use protection. Probably, yeah. I would bet my left nut on that he would not use protection. No. Oh. I was not expecting to fight you. Okay. At this point, I feel like people just expect 3-turn. It's funny because if a servant comes out and they're a good, or if they are a 3-turn looper, people complain like, oh my god, another looper. And if they're not a 3-turn looper, or I guess by extension, not a, if they happen to be a support servant, if they're not like a broken support servant, people complain too. So Lazango can't win either way. They give us a 3-turn looper, people shit themselves. If people don't, or if they release somebody that's not a 3-turn looper, and not a like top tier support servant on a Castoria level or whatever, people shit themselves too. Like there's no middle ground, unfortunately, for the most part. For me, I just like design at this point, character, you know, stuff like that. Okay, so I gotta fight Cornunos now. I was not expecting to fight you, Cornunos. Okay. That kind of I was not expecting this at all. We're gonna try our best. That's kind of all we could do. Just try our darndest. I kind of wasted giving Tiamat a pure CE now that I think about it, but that's okay. We'll make do. We'll make do with what we got. One time I got a Jollibee ad, like they knew I was watching the Filipino. That's, you know, YouTube, if that's the case, I might have to have a word with you. Just because I'm Filipino, you gotta put a Jollibee ad on my video or live stream. That's kind of fucked up. Granted, I like Jollibee, you know, Jollibee's pretty good. But besides the point. It's very insensitive. And very offensive. I am offended right now. And PCL, okay. I don't want to fight Carnudos right now. Why is Dantes' interludes like the real deal sex appeal? What the fuck? Was not expecting the real deal sex appeal for this. Man, god dog. He's easier than in the LB, but he's still hard. Not too hard. Make you use a revive, but not too easy to just force it. Yeah, I mean, I could tell he's not as hard as he is in the actual story, but at the same time, they force you to bring 2 Dantes. Whereas in LB7, they at least force you to use like Castoria, who is infinitely more useful in most team comps than just 2 Danteses. Okay, so Tiamat's dead. That's just a god-given fact. If I could at least stun you. Okay, no stun. Okay, I'm sorry, Tiamat. I didn't mean to bring you here to get cooked. But you're probably gonna get cooked. You know what? I'll bring an actual team. I don't want to see Tiamat die. I'll bring an actual team. I have like 1 billion golden apples anyway. It's whatever. I could waste a couple of apples just to redo this. Granted, I don't need to, but still. I have an absolutely busted spacious star in Kukulkan. I now only roll for characters I like the design of. Yeah, see, there you go. I feel like that's, after a couple years of playing, that should be the way players approach the game. Not necessarily like for meta or whatever. Unless they totally change the landscape of the game, then by all means. Roll for characters for gameplay purposes, but yeah. Okay, so Tiamat, not really optimal for this fight. I mean, I could try. I think I'm gonna try a Tiamat team, just for shits and giggles. Plus, I'm gonna be here for a while with all the yapping they're doing. So I'm gonna try a Tiamat team. Let's try a Tiamat team. I'm gonna do a Tiamat stall team. What do you guys know about stall teams? Probably lore wise, involve Pierce and ignore defense would be great utility addition for guild. That's what I'm saying. If they're not gonna give him protection, which again doesn't really make sense lore wise, I just kind of want that selfishly because he doesn't have any form of protection. But if they're not going to give him that, at least give him built-in pierce, built-in ignore defense. Something that just makes him feel that much closer to how he should be from a lore perspective as the strongest heroic spirit. I know some people are going to be like, oh, grand service now, fuck you. Okay. Let's see. I want to bring, okay, this Castoria is good. So I'm gonna switch you out for Rhaenys. I'm gonna do the usual Rhaenys team. Actually, no, not Rhaenys. Habitat and then Rhaenys. Foreigner time. I'm gonna bring Tiamat. I'm gonna treat this like an actual challenge quest where I want to win with a character that I actually like, rather than just like win, you know, the most optimal way because I'm stubborn like that. Okay, so obviously you're gonna switch Dantes out later for Castoria. I wish I could put Tiamat in the front, but that's okay. I think we got this. I think we're gonna be okay. Famous last words. I know. I understand. I think we should be good though. Actually that C's probably not that good. Please no ignore defense. I need my Leo solo cocaine when I can't skill. I mean, I would prefer just like protection at that point, but yeah. So if I were to pick between the two, just give Gil protection and I'll be happy. Okay, so I'm gonna protect Mutt, my Tiamat. I'm gonna just fuse you up because there's really no point in you being here, to be honest. Just go in. And I think with Habitat and Dantas, I believe I gave Habitat Black Grail. Should be able to kill this turn against Carnunos. Yeah, so that's not as much as I thought. Okay, 70k. Dantas is probably going to do around the same amount, maybe like 40k, 50k. And then Tiamat, if she decides to... Oh, actually, no. I think Dantas got it. Yeah, Dantas got it over Gauge. And then Tiamat is protected for this turn and has a debuff immunity. I don't think that's going to protect against the unremovable NPCL and skill seal. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Unfortunately. And then it's only one turn anyway, so it's not the worst. Okay, wait. Are they finally revealing shit? What is this? No, they're not. Okay, so they're just showing some real life stuff that the FGO people did, which, you know, more power to them, but obviously not relevant to us. So again, if you guys want to watch their little adventures, IRL adventures, I've never seen the sun in my life, nor have I ever touched grass, so I have no idea what they're doing. But yeah, link is in the description if you want to watch the live stream. So I'm gonna switch over to Castoria and just probably gotta wait next turn to go off, but I will give everyone defense up just because why not? You know, I'm gonna do this. It's one of those streams. Yeah, it is one of those streams. It do be like that. Imagine them buffing Gil's Golden Rule into Gate of Babylon EX, gain 3 turn, 3 hit invul, and you know, I would like that. That sounds broken, but when you look at a lot of the modern day servants, a lot of servants nowadays have all those things built into one skill anyway. So just give Gil that and I'll be a happy camper. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just go off against Mr. Carnunos here. Actually, with a full combo Castoria, you might be good. Full combo Castoria with attack buff from her NP, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, giving Gil invul pierce and invul itself would be crazy. I love the fact that they don't nerf anything in the game. Yeah, it is interesting that they do that. I don't know if in the grand scheme of things that that's a good thing. Because that just means the ceiling will get higher and higher and higher for what people expect to see from new servants. But I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Let's go. Oh, actually, I can't even use... I shouldn't use Castoria's. Because I still have 2 more. Okay. I was about to set it up, but it's actually not a good idea. But we'll do that, though. We'll heal you, because you're kind of close to dying. And then just full combo Tiamat. Next turn, Tiamat should have her NP again. Alright, we should be good for next turn, maybe? Literally would put him to EX here. I mean, I like to think he's already there, but you know, just to put him over the edge a little bit. Did that not do damage? Oh, for a second, I didn't see any number values. Or damage values. Okay, Tiamat, beat the shit out of Carnunos. Do your thing. Oh man, those curses are gonna add up, but I think we should be winning next turn unless Carnunos does some crazy unforeseen thing. Okay, that's not that bad at all. Okay, we should be... Keyword should be. We should be good. Actually, there's a chance we're not good, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We'll see, right? Yeah, I could full combo Tiamat, but I think it's probably safer just for the protection. I think. Oh, I should have used Reyna's NP first, but whatever. Speaking about kings, my boy Richard is slowly becoming my best saber alongside Salter. That's good. But again, there's no number values when I attack Carnuna, so I don't know why that is. Okay, didn't kill. But full combo probably wouldn't have killed unless I crit. So maybe it's a good idea that I decide to delay. Why Carnunos just disappears? I guess his sprite isn't really built for Tiamat or Reyna's NP for that matter. He's so cool, especially. Yeah, his third ascension is one of the coolest, unexpected ascensions ever. I'm glad they went with that because a lot of people were very disappointed and were like, oh, this is boring. But then when they see his third ascension, they're like, okay, you know what? They kind of cook. Okay. Alright. Okay, the other two. Okay, you have two more protections. One. Okay, so everyone has one across the board, but Kasori has three. That's fine. Okay, Tiamat should be fine for next turn. Tiamat should. Oh, I should full combo Kastoria, but again, next turn, pretty sure Tiamat got it. As long as she lives. If not, big sad. Actually, there's a chance she's gonna die. There's a chance. I don't know how much damage Carnunos does. Okay, actually, no. There's no way. There's no way. Tiamat got it. Dalsis needs his lolly wife. Lolly? Okay. Okay, so Tiamat for sure. There you go. Hey guys, just woke up. How are we doing? We're doing okay. Wasn't expecting to do challenge quests, but we're out here. Most people I know from a Discord I'm in literally roll for him just for third ascension. Yeah, third ascension. I think literally convinced a lot of people to roll for him. A lot of people who were initially unimpressed or uninterested saw that third ascension was like, you know what? Why not? It's almost 100 that said he's boring, then said otherwise support. Yeah, I know. See, that's why I don't pass judgment on servants until I see all their ascensions, until I see all their skills, and until I see their what their story or lore is all about in terms of fate. Because I feel like that happens a lot of times where people pass judgment right away, and then given a couple of days, a couple of weeks, sometimes even just a couple hours, the narrative shifts right away. Like, okay, you know what? I actually kind of like this character. Like, okay, you were just talking shit not too long ago. So, like, what are we doing here? So you got to be patient with it. And I always bring this up, but that happened with Oberon. When Oberon was first released, people were not feeling his ascensions. Maybe they still don't. But then when they read the story, when his third ascension comes out, when they see his skills, when they see how good he is, now he's one of the most popular, if not the most popular male FGO exclusive male servant. Like, he's not more popular than Guild, don't get it twisted. But like, if you're just looking at like FGO exclusive or FGO unique male characters, he's probably up there. And then a similar thing happened with Tez. Everybody shat on Tez for his design, but then they saw what his skills do. They saw what he's able to do in battle. They read the story, and now he's not as popular as Oberon by any stretch of the imagination, but he's still fairly popular. So again, hold your judgment, dog. Hold your judgment. I want more art styles like Oberon. He looks so good. Yeah, I thought he looked good when he first came out. I could kind of see why people don't like Tez's design. I could kind of see it, but when Oberon came out, I was surprised when people were shitting on his design. I was like, it kind of matches with the whole fairy tale look. And then when you find out who he actually is, it's like, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that. So I thought it was cool. Wish we could play Dante's Challenge Quest. I mean, we can, right? If you buy it in the Rare Prism shop. Or you mean like replay it? I mean, I guess why not? Gives us something to do. Okay, I'm going to do some strengthenings. because again, I'm trying to build up quartz. Not that I need it, but I guess you never know. If they release female girl, I might go extra hard for her. Chika Umino is goated. Whoever yeah, Oberon's artist. Chika Umino. They did. What was Your Lie in April? They did the art for Your Lie in April, if I'm not mistaken, as well as other manga / anime. So yeah, very goated artists. But I guess a lot of people didn't really like how jarring their art style was in an FGO environment or context. And again, if you don't like somebody's art, that's okay. Like, I'm not saying you gotta like every single art style. Like, there's some art styles I don't like, for example, right? But to go from I hate this character, I'm not gonna roll for them, and then all of a sudden you roll for them because you saw how good they are. You just kind of look like a clown, kind of look like a fool when you do that. So gotta wait. Just gotta wait and hope, bro. Yeah, Nasu did rewrite a lot of stuff about LB6. That's a known fact. She made March comes in like a line. Yes. Yeah. So goated artists. Oh, Ibuki again. Damn, Ibuki is getting abused in this stream. I'm sorry, Ibuki. Yeah, I've been using Karen as my main looper as of late in JP, just because I already have Koinskaya, Bond 15. I already have Castoria, Bond 15. I already have Oberon, Bond 15. So I can't really rely on a lot of arts loopers or buster loopers because I don't want to waste any Bond. My two Scotties aren't Bond 15 yet. And my Karen is only like Bond 6 or 7. Which is funny because I Bond 15 Alice before I even Bond 15 Scotty, which just shows how much I really like Alice. Oberon's design needs to be alien compared to the other cast because he's akin to a living apocalypse. Yeah, I thought it worked very well. Like, I'm glad it stood out because it just worked with him from a lore standpoint, from a character and thematic standpoint. So I guess that's the difference between a lot of players and, you know, people like me. I like to see the deeper meaning behind designs and why they look the way they do. Whereas people just want to get their dick hard or get their pussy wet, depending on, you know, their genitalia down there. But yeah, I like to look for thematic reasons why a character looks the way they do, and if it matches the given context in which they are released in. Okay, let's do yours. They're pretty much almost done. The moment when all supports reach max will be either released for... Yeah, I know. That's what kind of sucks about reaching Bond 15 for a lot of servants that I love using or use frequently, like the, you know, the top tier supports. It becomes increasingly more difficult to find alternatives, or like it becomes increasingly more difficult to farm with said teams that would rely on those servants are already max bonded, because I don't want to waste any bond, especially with like the past couple of events and stories where they've been giving us not only teapots, but for example with the recent raid event in at the tail end of December against Neko Arc, that gave a lot of bond, but I was very limited in who I wanted to bring, because if I brought Castoria or Koinskaya or Oberon, I couldn't take advantage of how much bond that arc was giving, because I didn't want to like farm for hours and hours and do a shit ton of raids only for the bond to be wasted. So it's a balancing act. So over in NA, for example, I'm like, I don't have Castoria Bond 15 or Koinskaya or anybody as far as like support servants Bond 15, but I'm trying my best not to use them, to use them very sparingly, because I don't want to Bond 15 them like prematurely. And I've been avoiding, for example, let me go ahead and go to NA real quick. Over in NA, the team I've been using to farm the event so far, let me show you guys. So I bring a support Castoria for obvious reasons if I'm bringing Musashi. But the two servants I have in the front, as opposed to Castoria or Oberon, I have Castergil and Paracelsus for the arts bond, plus he's or arts buffs. Plus he's bond 13 somehow. So I'm trying to get quartz from him. And granted, this is not a one-to-one replacement for Castoria or one-to-one replacement for Oberon for that matter, but it gets the job done. Granted, this team is definitely not going to do well against those 90 plus 90 plus farming quests, but for most quests, this is gonna do okay. So, trying my best not to overuse Castoria, and then I bond 15 her, and now I just don't want to use her ever again. I want Grand Servant details. Yeah, they're not really. What are they showing right now? They're showing this girl's drip. Yeah, I don't know who this is. I assume it's a voice actress. I usually know who is the guest, but this time around I just did not do the research. Who are you giving the special chocolates to for the event? Farming or for love? A little bit of both. I gave it to Musashi Berserker, and obviously I just showed you my team. I gave it to Musashi Berserker and Castergill, both who are in my team. So a little bit of both for farming and for love, because obviously Castergill and Musashi Berserker are like some of my favorite characters. So obviously. Thanks for the maximum broken Stacy, by the way. You're the GOAT. No wonder Gil likes you. I'm sure there's other reasons Gil likes me, but I appreciate it, Chacha. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was like, I already got all 3 of the command codes from the event. So I was like, I'm just going to maximum break to see. I'm sure some people will appreciate it. So yeah. No problem, big dog. Interesting to know that Tez and Oberon worked fine. Not only because of design, but also insane writing Nasu put into them. Yeah. Because in the end of the day, as we always talk about on these streams or videos or whatever, however you're watching this, in the end of the day, people will gravitate, in terms of fate, they will gravitate towards good storytelling and good characters over just good design or eye candy, for that matter. Because it's like, when you like a character purely for design, in my opinion, it's not that sustainable. You're gonna get hard about them for like a week, and then you're gonna get over them, and they're gonna lose their novelty. Whereas, if let's say their design isn't as good, but their writing is really good, their story is really good, and you got really into their character and their lore is really cool, then that's gonna last a lot longer. Your affinity towards that character is gonna last a lot longer, and you're gonna not get over them as fast as just like, oh, this character looks good, and then a week later you're like over that character. Because that happens all the time. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. There's definitely been characters in the past that I rolled for because, oh my god, this character looks good, and then after a week or two I'm just like, okay, I really don't care anymore. I really don't care. But if they have a good story attached to them, see, that would be the greatest thing ever. If they have like a top 10, or like not top 10, top tier design plus top tier writing, that's when it like, you know, chef's kiss, right? But that's like once in a blue moon when that happens. Who should I do now? I could do Astolfo, but I ain't doing that. I'll do Kama's. Kama has one of the craziest buffs ever. Gil likes him because he's breaking bank for him. Very Gil coded. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I have a whole ass Gilgamesh collection behind me. So yeah, literally breaking bank for the King of Heroes. So quite literally a Gil collector, and I guess Gil sees a little bit of himself because he's a collector himself. Granted, that's probably the only similarity me and Gil have. Otherwise, he's just better in every other parameter and just like much more charismatic, much more attractive, etc., etc. Some people lashing out on Tez design, but after playing LB7, they came to like the character. Yeah, that happens all the time. Or not all the time, but it happens often enough. That's what a friend told me, but I've been into Kuro for years. Out of context, that don't sound right, but yeah, more power to you, being into Kuro for years. So someone called the police? No, I'm kidding. Drip, my boy. Yeah, I got that drip. I got that drip. Muramasa and Castoria. What about I'm sorry. That's probably a reply to like something I asked earlier, but Muramasa and Castoria, what about them? But Yeet. So, what are they doing right now? They're playing some kind of game show. And the Yap sessions are real. They're really not gonna reveal anything for, you know. I gotta think about my strategy going forward for streaming these JP live streams, because I don't stream the NA live streams or news because we pretty much already know what's gonna come out, right? But for JP, would it be better for me to stream the way that I already do, where I stream a couple minutes before they start streaming? Or should I stream like a couple minutes before they actually start talking about in-game news? Because otherwise I just kind of sit here. But I don't know, maybe some of you guys enjoy just hanging out. Which I don't personally mind, but at the same time, I get very tired at the end of all this. Based on your ex post a couple weeks back, I guess your bro's girlfriend isn't Cambodian. Yeah, no. So for context, Jesus Christ, if you guys don't follow me on X or you don't use it, I don't really blame you. It is what it is. It's not like I post there every day, or it's not like the best website in the universe, but it's the one I prefer to use for posting random shit. So my brother's girlfriend, if she's watching right now, I'm sorry, but it is what it's just kind of funny. So my brother's girlfriend literally said Kukulkan is ugly. She doesn't like Kukulkan, or at least at the time didn't like Kukulkan because she thought Kuku was ugly. Okay, fair enough. Again, if you don't like a character's design, that's fair. Whatever. The ironic thing is, guess what? This is what I'm assuming what happened. Again, correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching, because I know she lingers on these streams every now and then. I'm guessing she read the story. She got into the character. She watched maybe a couple of videos on YouTube or whatever about Kukulkan. And she ended up wanting Kukulkan so much that she spent not just one, not just two, not just three, but she spent $400 on Kukulkan. Now, I don't know about you guys. And just think about this from a broader standpoint. I don't think I've ever, and you guys could say if you have or have not, I don't think I've ever disrespected or called a character ugly or said I didn't like a character, only for me within weeks spend $400 on said character. And Nova, you just asked NP5 question mark? The fucked up part, which, you know, it's just how it is. Karma's a bitch. And I guess Kukulkan decided to be a bitch at that moment. But despite spending $400, she only got one copy. She had to hit pity. So, and she got spooked by 2 other 5 stars, I think. I think Achilles and Orion, I think. Or Artemis. I don't know. But either way, only came out with one Kukulkan. Spent $400. So, I think the lesson that I, said earlier of like, don't, judge a book by its cover. You got to read the story, stuff like that. I think that's just the theme here. Lesson learned, right? Don't disrespect the servant and then roll for them, let alone wail for them. Don't do that. Come on. And again, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I if you're mad at me, hey, we could go to the parking lot or we could square up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just funny. It's just funny that, again, I've never done that, and I don't know about you guys. Have you guys ever done that, where you saw a character comes out, and you said to yourself, I don't really like that character. That character's ugly. I don't really care about that character. And then, I don't know, you read the story, maybe you saw some fan art or whatever. You ended up changing your opinion and then rolling for that character. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think my opinions ever change. Usually when I have an opinion about a character, it usually sticks. I think there's some exceptions where, like, for example, Amiya. I used to hate him with a strong passion because of what he did to my boy Gil. But I kind of mellowed out with him. Amiya's okay. We're like acquaintances at this point. If I see him across the street, I'll say hi. I'll say hi. I'll try to catch up with the homie. But it do be like that. That hurts just hearing it. Yeah, it does hurt. Could never be me. I only fail when I actually want the character. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I really can't think of a situation where I blatantly did not like a character or blatantly insulted a character, whether it's calling them ugly or calling them trash. I mean, there's definitely been times where I saw a character's skills and was like, that's not that great. But I still rolled for them because maybe I liked other aspects about them. I don't know. Just could not be me. Could not be me. Yeah, Tez didn't like his art when JP released and I NP5'd on NA. Okay, so... Well, yours was kind of a reverse of what I said. You were actually successful in NP5ing. I hope you didn't have to spend $400, but... chances are with NP5 maybe you did wail a little bit, but at least you NP5'd them, yeah. I thought Chloe was trash. Now I think she's a skank too. Damn. Okay, all right. I mean, yeah, my opinions have definitely, like, if I hate a character, it usually, for 9 times out of 10, it usually heightens. In other words, I hated Hijikata, I hated Astolfo, and now I despise both of them because of what they did to me during the New Year's guaranteed SSRs, respectively. So I went from hating them to just outright despising both of them. Fuck them both. But I don't think it's ever like reversed where I was like, you know what, you're not that bad. Like, no, I don't think so. She turned from... Wait, what? My opinion on Kiara changed so much during Summer 5. She turned from a bitch to my bitch. Yo, Chacha. I mean, you know what? I respect it. Hey. And I'm sure she likes it too. I would Astolfo. I mean, good for you. If you want my Astolfo, I will gladly trade you my Astolfo. From you bitch to my bitch, that's wild. For characters I don't want, I always get in 3 to 7 multis, but the meta supports in DPS. See, but that's interesting. I can't pronounce Francois. France, I'm just gonna say France. If you don't want a character, why do you roll for them? That's something that I never really wrapped my head around. Because that happens a lot. You're not the only one. I'm not trying to single you out. But you're the only one that mentioned it so far. If I decide I don't want a character, I just don't roll for them. Now, I understand maybe it's that gacha itch. Maybe you just, you know what? I could spare a multi or two. You know, I saw this streamer roll. My friends roll. I might as well try my hand on it. I guess that is probably the only thing I can understand. Otherwise, it's like, if you don't want a character, just don't roll for them. Why even roll for them? Why waste your luck? Why waste your quartz tickets or whatever on a character you don't want? To me, it just doesn't make sense. But I'm not trying to roast you. Again, everyone's done it, I'm sure. I'm new into gacha, so I haven't trained my gacha resistance yet to be... Okay. You know what? That is understandable, because I think we've all been there. It's just as a seasoned veteran like myself, you know what I mean. I just cannot fathom the idea of looking at a gacha, looking at a character, and being like, I don't want you. And then I roll for them. It's like, okay. Huh? How much longer till servant reveal? I have no idea. Very good question. I cannot answer that. I have just finished this segment, I think. It might be soon. It might be soonish. If this was your first gacha, it teaches you patience. I say this almost every stream. Hey, that's true. If there's any life lesson to be learned from FGO with all the themes, all the stories, all the conflicts, all the character developments, etc., etc. If you were to boil it down to one singular thing you could learn from FGO, it's that. It's patience. Either that or learning how to be a chronic gambler. I don't know. It's one of the two. They're only one or the other. It's beg. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna have a different answer now. Like, no, it's this, that. FGO taught me how to save. Yeah, see, you know. See, but the fucked up thing is, it teaches you how to save. It teaches you how to be patient. It teaches you how to wait after all the suffering, which, I mean, I guess is kind of, you know, that's like the best teacher is pain. The best teacher is pain. The best teacher is suffering. The best teacher is hardship, you know, whatever the quote is. So I do be like, what are they showing now? I thought they were done with this segment. They're still going. Okay, all right, it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Beg every multi. Or beg every single if it gets that bad. Nagasaki? Oh shit. That's Nagasaki. It's pretty nice. But we gotta go sometimes, Alex. This might get me some hate, but I hated Castoria. Oh, here we go. Because there's so many saber faces already, but I can't deny her power. Now I'm not as hateful. You know, that's like... That's a situation I could kind of sympathize with. Not saying I've been there, but if you hate Oberon, or if you hate Koinskaya or Castoria like you, or Scotty, but you know in your heart of hearts, in the deepest depths of your soul, you know for a fact that if you don't roll for them, you're going to give yourself a hard time because they're pretty much the best support servants in the entire game that are pretty much useful in every given situation, whether it be farming, whether it be challenges, boss fights, story fights, whatever. They are always going to be useful. They're always going to be valuable. That's probably the only time I could kind of understand rolling for a character you don't necessarily like, but you know you need them. It's not that you want them, it's that you need them. But somebody like Kuko Kondo, I don't understand. Like, as good as she is, she's not someone you necessarily need from a gameplay standpoint, so... Saber Asalfo is just unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, for sure. Better learning to like him since you gotta use them all. That's what I'm saying, bro. I love my Chillilock. Yo, top 10 design still from LB7. Here, when are we getting the in-game news? Give us Tucson. Give us Kano Yoshiki. Give us the homie. The destroyer of wallets. I want to see the destroyer of wallets to come out, man. It should be soon. It should be relatively soon. Because the stream's already been going on for almost an hour and 30. She's a girl I wasn't expecting loving her so much. Yeah, she's awesome. Ooh. Strange fake stuff. So this is the event you're going to, right? Archer Blades, which I hope you have fun. Again, if you see anything exclusive, just let me know. And I'll be glad to PayPal you or whatever. I'll be glad to send you an autograph. No, I'm kidding. My shit isn't worth shit, at least for now. But yeah, just hit me up. If there's anything like Gil or Enkidu or whatever exclusive. But above all else, I hope you have fun. I imagine they push this stream for another 2 hours. Another 2 hours? Dude, I will take a shit on the floor before I sit here for another 2 hours. Also going to the Sakamoto Day stage. Oh yeah, because this is at Anime Japan, right? So it's a bunch of other stuff going on. Alright, cool. Hope you have fun. Another? Yeah, I hope not. That's like, I expect long streams for like anniversary and maybe New Year's, maybe summer, but not for like Valentine's, no. Just give us the in-game news like within the next 30 minutes, I'll be happy. I'm joking, hopefully. Oh man, the best lore though are jokes, bro, so you never know. Be rolling for Domon just for me to burn him after coming home early. What? Now I feel good after getting revenge after what he did to Danzo. And so you roll for Domon just to burn him? That's pretty metal. That's pretty hardcore. As much as I hate Asafo and Hijikata, I don't think I could ever muster the courage. I don't think my balls is big enough to even fathom the idea of burning them. Just because at the end of the day, they're still 5 stars. You know? I can't do it. I just can't, especially since I got them in like paid banners, which means I paid to burn them. Like, no, I can't do it. But more respect to you. My luck has been so cheeks in FGO so far this year. Well, it's only been a month and a half. Not even a month and a half, like a month and a week. So hopefully things turn around for you. We'll see. I want to NP5 Draco. A lot of people do, so good luck on that. Burn a servant you paid $15 for? Nope. Yeah, so, yeah, you know. Whether it's $15, $10, or whatever, like $1, I wouldn't want it, or even free. To be honest, I don't think I've ever burned a 5-star ever. 4 stars, yeah, of course, all the time, but 5 stars, no way. There's a video of someone burning their gil. You could have changed that to there's a video of someone being stupid, and that would have had the same, you know, context, you know. But I guess some people just aren't that well developed up there, if you know what I mean. Oh wow, they're selling a Habitat plush and a the Oberon hoodie is actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I burned a Tomo. Yeah, but you have her like NP 29, so like, you know, it's okay. At that point, I could kind of understand it. If it's like your first copy, like, okay, probably don't burn. But if you're like well over 6 copies, I could kind of get it. Granted, I haven't burned my extra gil or my extra Enkidu's or whatever. But I could still kind of get it. Here's a video of someone being an absolute goober. Yeah, see, exactly. You could have just said that, and I would have been like, oh, okay, so they burned gil. All right. My biggest regret in FGO is burning 4 stars for rare prisms. See, my first instinct is like, that's not that bad, because I've burned 4 stars for rare prisms before. But I'm assuming you burn 4 stars like that are just NP1. Like they're not even NP5 or whatever. Like maybe it's like your first copy of, like, let's say Helena. And you're like, I don't see myself using Helena, so you just burn her. And yeah, I would definitely regret that in the long term, because that's like, dude, probably should have kept that 1 copy at least. Would you kill me if I say I burned a caster gil? If it's an extra gil, you get a pass. In other words, if I were to see you in real life, or if you were next to me and you said that, you'd probably just get a slap in the face, and that's all. You're going to come out, for the most part, unscathed. But if you burn your first copy of gil, then we got to square up, bro. We got to turn off the camera, get off the stream real quick, and, you know, we just got to square up. A new copy? Okay, yeah. We got to square up, dog. Nova, where do you live? What's your social security? Where's your address? You know, give me your bank account, your bank information, all that. Your mother's maiden name, all that shit. Okay, Tucson's out here, which means we're finally going to get some in-game news. Presuming, I don't think they said explicitly it's a Valentine's event, but I mean, come on, it's February. We're almost at mid-February. We're still early February, but I'm assuming it's going to be Valentine's. Unless they decide to skip Valentine's altogether, which they're not going to do. Because I think Valentine's is one of the only holiday events they just cannot skip. Because they've skipped Halloween before. They skipped Christmas before. But Valentine's they cannot skip. Just for the sheer fact of new servants means new chocolate craft essence, new cutscenes. And they're just not going to stop doing that. Because I'm sure that's going to cause outrage. For people who want to see maybe Space Original chocolate. Actually, I'm excited now. I didn't even think about this. I don't know why. But we're going to get Alco, Alice, and a bunch of other servants from last year. Cutscenes and chocolate. So I'm excited to see that, actually. I completely forgot, like, that's even a thing. And that's, like, the biggest gimmick of the event. So I'm excited to see Alice's chocolate. Remember burning Castigil was a thing in Japan before because of I remember that, actually. I think it was like trending online and everything of like everybody burning their Gilgameshes because of like that dojin, which is crazy because it's not like it's an official dojin, but damn, people were really outraged by that, which is still fucked up. No matter how you look at it, dojin or not, burning gil is fucked up no matter how you slice it. I would keep 20 copies of Helena than to keep a copy of Domon. That's how I hate this character. Wow. All right, more power to you. I hope for his sake you never get another copy of Domon. The fact that you willingly and consciously went for his banner just to burn him is insane. It's a goated dojin. Okay, depends on you. If you're into NTR, then you're into NTR. Okay, so they're showing the event summary, so we should be getting the event news soon, as well as the servant news. So again, last predictions, maybe Tammo Aria, I don't know. first lolly of Valentine's, as well as it kind of makes sense with her character with how she is in Samurai Remnant. For her to be a Valentine servant, so I'm gonna say Tomo Aria, but if not her, Betty Ann My Altar. I think Betty Ann My Altar is long overdue. In fact, I want Betty Ann My Altar more, so that's my top pick. Betty Ann My Altar for Valentine's. Otherwise, could be anybody, could be anyone. Now, I would say female guild, that would be my top pick, but realistically, it's most likely not female guild. Ultimoi Dojin are now NTR because husband in Samurai. That's, I mean, it's always been NTR. She's always had a husband, but now we have a physical representation of Tomoi's husband. Yume Ren, definitely all of her Dojin are NTR because she obviously, even to this day in the game, she has a strong loyalty, which I respect, for her husband, Zangyu. But yeah. It's Valentine's Kukulkan. You think it would be... Have they ever done that for Valentine's? Like, it's just a different version of a character we already have? Because Karen was new to FGO. Bazette, Andromeda, Sei Shonagon. Have they released a character for Valentine's that was just like a altered version of a character we already have or know of? I must be like not remembering somebody, because I'm sure they've done it in the past. So if they want to do like a Valentine's variant of Kukulkan or other character, then I suppose why not? I hope Tomoi's husband gets added into the game. His armor, yeah, he looks. You know what's funny? You say that, Nova. His armor is literally this, pretty much the exact same as Tomoi's armor, but he has the helmet too. So yeah, MHX Altar. That's true. MHX Altar. That's true. Narrow Bride. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So they've done that pretty much in the earlier Valentines, but as of the past couple of Valentines, they haven't done that. So I guess they could go back to that. Okay, they're explaining the Valentine's event as if we don't already know at this point. So, and I assume again the Valentine's event is probably not going to start until this coming Monday or Tuesday. I don't think it's going to start tonight, but again, you never know. I'm gonna mind you altar the Cupid of love. That would be insane. I mean, Karen is already kind of the Cupid in FGO context. Helmets need to be an NP. Looking at a certain Lancer that needs her helmet and armor in NP. Bradamante? Is that who you're talking? Or Britomart? Britomart. You're talking about Britomart, not Bradamante. Sorry. Similar, kind of similar names. I assume you're talking about Britomart. I think. Because even if you keep her in her armor, she just strips it all down. I wonder when Abe no Seme, I don't know his last name, will come out. You almost spelled his name right. Abe no Seme. That's Seimei, I think. What have I missed? You missed absolutely nothing, Sibzart. We've just been yapping and yapping. So they are finally talking about the Valentine's event. They haven't revealed anything new as of right now, but give it a couple minutes and they will, you know, Kano Yoshiki will do this. He will have the little zoom in, the little fade out, and then he's either gonna make or break our wallets. But yeah. Saber Lancelot with his helmet will go hard. That's true. We don't know how his helmet, at least I don't think so. We don't know how his helmet looks like when it's like not berserkified, I guess. What's up, Payday? You didn't miss anything? Not yet, at least. They haven't announced anything. They've just been showing off the, I guess there's a new Quick Arts and Buster up thing for this coming Valentine's, which is cool. I guess. Imagine a guy serving for Valentine's. But if they do that for Valentine's, what are they going to do for White Day? So I think that's why typically, or like for the past 9 years or whatever, the Valentine's event has been female, whereas the White Day has been male. If they do male for Valentine's, then it would be awkward if they do male again for White Day. I mean, some people probably wouldn't complain. Depends on the male servant. It really depends. I would literally NP5 Seme if he came out. Now I have the best anti-Domon servant. That's true. That's true. Yeah, out of everybody in the chat right now, you would probably be the one most deserving of him, since you actively went for Domon just to burn him. So if there's anybody who deserves Abe no Saime, it's you, dog. I won't even be mad if you NP5 him in like one multi-shot or anything. Just woke up. Did I miss anything? Okay. Everyone's literally asking if they... No, you haven't missed anything. No one has missed anything. Are these the past servants of this year? Or in the past year, I should say. Going from Ordeal Call to the latest Dragon event. Kind of crazy looking at all the servants in perspective. Last year was stacked with collab servants, which everybody and their mother was saying. But just seeing it, seeing a visual of it is insane. Because since Aoko, pretty much... Or I guess earlier than that, ever since Iori, or this Fate Samurai Remnant event, it's just been collab after collab after collab. Last year was insane. Maybe play the event first and then LB7. But what do you mean? Grinding is going to be slow for me because I haven't finished reading LB7 yet. Fair enough, Sibs but yeah. Probably, okay, so they're just basically saying that the servants from the past year since the last Valentine's event are going to have cutscenes and chocolate teas, which we already knew about. So, of course, they're going to be showcasing the latest 5-star that we got, as well as some 5-stars from last year. Last year was easily the most stacked of I Want You servants. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you're a fan of other type Moonworks, for sure. But I know there's was a handful of people I saw online, even somebody in chat, I don't know if they're here right now, who basically said they were not happy with last year's lineup because it's just a bunch of collab characters. But at the same time, they weren't into those series, so it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't be into them. Which is why I always say, if you're going to be playing Grand Order, if you want to enjoy it to the fullest, you got to get into other type Moonworks. It's just kind of the way the game is. Kind of the way Type Moon is. Kind of the way Grand Order is, so... it is what it is. Yeah, Summer's Yufu still top tier. One of the best, at least for me, designs of last year for Summer Servants. Demeter as that Valentine Servant Cope. Hey man, she has a decent chance. I'm not gonna lie. She has a decent chance. I've been trying to expand into Type Moon. Hell, I was just reading some Tsukihime before coming here. Oh, nice. Yeah, Tsukihime is a great and fun read. I think I prefer like Mihoyo as far as like the character dynamics between Aoko, Sojiro, and Alice. But Tsukihime, for the most part, is a funner read. It's more engaging, for example. There's a lot more fight scenes, so it's a bit more entertaining in that respect. There's multiple routes, etc., etc. We're about to get Toko, since some Valentine servants are Nasu characters. Ooh. Toko would be interesting. That would be interesting. Continuing the trend of collab characters. Oh, shit. That would be interesting. That's actually one I didn't even think about, but that's because I always see her as like a future, like, collab event character rather than like Valentine's or whatever, but I guess it's possible. I'll read Mihoyo after my first read of Tsukihime. See, the only thing about Mihoyo is like it's a visual novel as well, right? But it's different from Tsukihime in the sense that there's no at least in the main story, there's no choices, there's no routes, so it's just a straight read. Which depending on you, that might be a good thing, but it's definitely not as engaging as Tsukihime. Whereas in Tsukihime, you make the wrong choice, you're gonna die. You make the wrong choice or a different choice, it's a different route, you know? Ooh, Sei Shonagon command code, let's go. But also keep in mind, Benny Enma, if you saw in the previous slide, was the 3-star command code. I'm just saying, Benny Enma Alter, it's happening. I'm calling it. Calling it. There's a nice Sei art, by the way. Kind of hard to fuck up a Sei art. She has already a top tier design. Kind of hard to fuck it up. Cha-Cha, you gonna bust? Okay. Okay, fair enough. Ooh. I assume this is the 5-star CE featuring Andromeda from last year. Last year's Valentine's servant. Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. She's sharing her chocolate. I think those are cookies. Looks like lemon slices. I don't think they do chocolate lemon slices, but maybe that's a thing in Japan. I don't know. I don't think so. But some kind of chocolate cookie. And then the 4-star CE, Anastasia. That's a nice CE. And then the 3-star CE, I think that's Osakabe Hime. They only showed it for a quick second. I think that's Osakabe. So pretty good CEs. Usually the CEs are pretty top tier for Valentine's. But if these are the Gacha CEs, which I assume they are since they showed the 4-star and 3-star, since they don't have Tiamat in it, I guess I'm not rolling. No offense to Andromeda, Anastasia, or Sakabe Hime. You guys are great characters too. Great designs. But you're not Tiamat, so I'm not rolling for the CEs. But they might change my mind with the Servant that they decide to release. Maybe a Valentine's Tiamat. That would be interesting. A mother for Valentine's would definitely be an interesting thing to come out. I'm fine with that. I've already died 3 times to Tsukihime. Yeah. I mean, that makes it fun, right? That risk factor. That's unknown, whether your choice was right or not. I hope more buffs for low stars. Hey, man, they've been giving a lot of buffs for the past couple of months, really. Gil's mother. I don't think Gil's mother, or I guess father, or direct descent or ascendants. I don't think they're ever coming out, but you never know. I know Gil's dad was mentioned in Fate Extella, so at least he got a mention. Okay, so they're gonna show. I'm pretty sure this is usually the 5-star CE that they're gonna give in the event. If the free CE is Tiamat herself, I'm busting. I'm gonna be very happy. Probably not though. Okay, 5-star CE reveal. I assume it's a 5-star CE. Ooh, Marie. Okay, yeah. So Kita-shan is just busting his nut right now. Marie Alter. Okay. So congratulations to Marie Alter fans out there. You got quite the art. Very simple, not gonna lie, but like I always say, simplicity sometimes is more effective than just like crazy design and crazy art. Very simple. Nice little sunset in the background, her giving you some chocolate for Valentine's. Why not? You like simple girls here? Yeah, sometimes simplicity is best, man. There's only one servant I'll cave for here on Valentine's, and that would be if it's Aphrodite. Eh? You never know. So our 5-star CE is Maria Alter. Nice. Violet Cope. We'll see, man. Okay, so they've already revealed the command codes. They already revealed the CEs for both the gacha and the event. So the only thing they got to reveal now is the servant. So, again, I'm thinking it's going to be Benny Alter. I mean, an Alter as the 5-star CE. Benny Anmug just got a command code. I believe the 3-star command code. I think Benny Alter's coming, dog. Just check Kita-chan. Yeah, he busted. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of the biggest Maria Alter simp, at least online. So it's just kind of expected. But Benny Alter, yes. Benny Alter, please. And Benny Enma is also in the art in the bottom left. Wait. Okay, already showing it? Okay, Moon. Okay, probably not Benny. Okay, Japanese, probably, with the cherry blossom tree. Okay, that does not look like Benny. But that design does look baller. Okay, it's a new character. I believe the same designer as Takasugi, I want to say. I believe the same designer. Okay, so brand new character. So again, a good chance it was going to be a brand new character. Unfortunately, not Benny. Not Aphrodite. It is a girl with glasses, though, so... these animations, though. She's riding a bicycle, dog. Alright. Yeah, glasses are already... Ooh. Oh, okay, animation. I can't show this. It's copyright. Okay, never mind. Okay, who's this? She got that Carly Carmine glasses. The glasses with, like, circles in them. Interesting. Again, I'm pretty sure the same artist as Takasugi. I don't know their name on top of my head. I think. Maybe. Is that what that says? What does that say? For those of you guys who are able to read basic Japanese. Kira no caster. Is that what that's? I think that is what that says. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, because kira no. Okay, yeah, you're right. Thank you for translating before I even asked. Interesting. So we don't even get their true name yet. So that's probably something they're gonna save in the event itself. Looks to me to be I guess a caster, right? A damaging caster. I don't really need a damaging caster because I got Alice, as well as like an NP2, NP3 Ilya. Who's the voice? I actually don't know. I didn't hear the voice myself. But like, we gotta play the story to reveal it. Yeah, probably. I mean, give it a week. It's gonna be revealed to everybody. So maybe another new servant after. They typically, again, correct me if I'm wrong, they typically don't release 2 new 5 stars for Valentine's. But like I always say, they could always do something new that they have never done before. So I mean, just, you know, first impressions, probably not rolling. And I know I said earlier that, like, you know, it's best to just wait and see the ascensions and skills. I'm not saying I hate her or anything. It's just I gotta wait and see. Feel her out a little bit. See what her skills and animations and ascensions are all about before I decide to roll for them. Otherwise, just first impressions, looking at the CEs and the Gacha. And the fact that it's a brand new character, again, I gotta wait and see. But and the event's coming out, like I said, I knew it on Monday or Tuesday, depending on where you live, or Wednesday, I think, the 12th. The 12th for us. Wednesday. So yeah, the event doesn't come out till Wednesday. So not coming out tonight. So thankfully, I don't gotta stream me doing gacha rolls, and my 2,000 quartz, almost 2,000 quartz, is secured. So there you go. So all right, a new caster. Automatically, people, I already see some people saying it in chat. Probably not gonna be a support caster, I'm assuming. But well, actually, am I stupid? Did they even show the NP? I think they showed attack animations, but I don't think they showed the NP. I gotta go back and watch it, but like, maybe I'm just like not paying attention. My memory's just jacked right now. But yeah, no NP. Yeah, no NP. Okay, interesting. So that NP must be, if they gotta hide it from the stream and they're saving it for later, I'm assuming that NP's dummy with the sauce. As far as like animation wise, I don't know about damage wise or effects wise, but I'm excited. The fact that they're not showing it, I don't think they've ever done that. They usually show the NP and then the attack animations, or vice versa. They only show the attack animations and no NP, so they're saving it. Interesting. She just flashes us. Oh, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah, Kira no Caster is their nickname, and her actual name, and probably her 3rd ascension, which the fact that they're doing that for all the new 5 stars nowadays, saving the 3rd ascension for when you complete the story or whatever. But probably not gonna see her 3rd ascension upon release until like a week after. So we're probably not gonna see her final ascension until like the 19th, because again, the event's coming out on the 12th, and if they're hiding her NP and hiding her real name, and therefore most likely hiding her 3rd ascension, we probably gotta wait till a week after, at the 19th, after the event comes out. Interesting. Is there another stream? I don't think so. The 12th is when the event is coming out, this coming Wednesday. Again, probably not gonna roll. We'll see though. We'll see. I gotta decide, because again, I got a thing for girls with glasses, and she got those nerdy circular Carly Carmine Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's glasses. So maybe. Better 3rd ascension will be super. It's either super edgy, because right now she's like a nerdy girl from what it looks like. It's either gonna be super edgy or super etchy, if you know what I mean. So we might get or maybe a little bit of both. Might get something crazy. Carly reference in 2025. Yeah, no, it'd be like that. Shout out to my 5Ds fans. Last year we had a Greek god. This is probably a librarian somebody met once. Yeah, maybe. It's that somebody met once. You got to specify that. Interesting. Okay. So, gotta wait and see. But again, first impression is probably not going to roll. If I do decide to roll, if something somehow convinces me, you're probably going to see the stream scheduled. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be another stream this coming week coming from me. Maybe I'll stream on like Valentine's Day itself, Just so like, for those of you guys who are alone on Valentine's, don't worry. I'll be here for you guys. Don't worry about it. We'll see. We'll see. Depending on when's Valentine's is on a Friday. Okay, maybe I'll stream on Friday. Maybe I'll even roll on Friday. Maybe I'll just wait a couple days. Yeah, I'll be you guys' Valentine's. You know, why not? Why not? Hey, having me is better than nobody, right? Having me is better than nobody. Carly, of course, became a super edgy guy. That's true. So yeah, we might straight up get that edgy form, that dark signer form. BB Dubai hit bond 10 for me yesterday. Nice, congratulations. And Algo is also about to hit bond 10, like under 15k. So that's awesome. My Alice hit bond 15 like last month or like a month and a half ago. So I definitely respect other people who bond like crazy. Hope you do something with your girlfriend before that. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. That's usually what happens. Like, we usually do something, maybe have dinner or whatever. And then, you know, I just go and stream. Because it'd be like that. Plus, we've been together for like 10 years. Like, you know, we're together every day. Every day is a special day. You know what I mean? All right. So, I'm pretty sure they're done announcing anything. So, thank you guys for hanging out. I guess I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming on the 12th when the event drops, but I might stream for Valentine's. We'll see. Just to hang out and chill with the homies, you know. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to hit that like button, because again, I haven't said it all stream. If you hit the like button, you're guaranteed an SR in your next gacha roll, whether that be a multi-shot or a single shot, or maybe a totally different gacha game, or maybe you go to the lottery. Go do the lottery or go gambling or something in a casino. You're guaranteed like EX Lux. So don't forget to hit that like button. So I'm gonna wait till they're done streaming before I'm done. So if you guys have any last words to say it now. Otherwise, the stream is pretty much done. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. As far as like in game, or they're definitely not gonna announce anything. But yeah, still got a few days to get a girl. Anyone interested? Hey Chacha, listen, I could try to, like, you know, I got connections upon connections. So if you could just give me a criteria of a girl that you're looking for, I might be able to hook you up. So like, just give me what's the type of girl that you're looking for, Chacha. If you just say Shonagon or like Chacha, actually don't say Chacha because that's weird. Unless like an adult version, but maybe it's less weird. But what are you looking for? Are you looking for a nerdy girl? Are you looking for an athletic girl? I don't know. Change the world? Yeah, I'll change the world, bro. One day at a time. One day at a time, big dog. And they still be yapping, bro. Nerds, you like nerds? Okay, you like nerdy girls? Do you want them to be nerdy visually too? Like glasses, maybe like baggy pants? Because they don't really care about like maintaining, like, I'm not saying this as like a bad thing, you know. I actually prefer the dirty, like not dirty, but like unkept look. I don't know if I'm weird like that. You know, if somebody like goes too far with like cleaning themselves up and like makeup and whatnot, making sure everything's like symmetrical and whatnot. I don't know. This seems unnatural to me. I like that unkept look. I don't know if I'm weird like that, but yeah. Or any girl. I don't care anymore. That's wild. That's wild. I'm looking for some gym girls that can bench me down. All right, you want a Dami mommy? That's what I'm hearing. I mean, just go to your nearest gym. I'm sure you could find some Dami mommies around there. Final words, eh? Castoria's story is overrated. Damn. I mean, LB6 as a whole is probably overrated, but it's still good. It's still good. It's what I'll see every day, so I like it too. Okay. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. All right, well, they're still yapping, so I guess I'm gonna yap. So next month, again, if you guys haven't seen, I already have the Tiamat stream scheduled. I have about 1,000 quartz ready to go for Tiamat. I'm gonna try to at least NP5er, ideally NP6, but probably not gonna happen. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, they're showing the social media thing. So again, probably the next stream, guaranteed stream, is probably not going to be until next month. I'm going to be honest. But I might stream for Valentine just so like I could hang out with the homies. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys aren't alone. for Valentine's. We could chill, farm together, shoot the shit, talk about lollies and whatnot. You know how it is. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out, and I'll see you guys. Set me up with a 36-year-old single mom. With a, let me add on to that, Chacha. A 36-year-old single mom with an 18-year-old daughter. You already know where that's going. You already know.